Alright, so we're back here at the bike and we're doing a test fitting. So you can see this little spacer right here. This is a handlebar riser for the 7/8. So I just use that to push this out, because you need to push this out a little bit, because the one thing you really got to be careful, you don't want to be hitting your shifter. Right, so it's probably be right about there at full braking. I mean, it's not going to move that much. It's just going to move just enough for braking, but you're not. It hits it now, but it's not going to hit it once it's. Right now, it's just dry fit, so it's not hooked up. So you can see I have my brake, and I did this setup right here. So let's take a look and see how that works. So you put your brake on, and now you have your parking brake, and you can't really see. Let's see. So it's hooked up right there with the two wires. Let's see if we can see. Yeah, these two wires right here. So this is a dual switch. So it will do. What we're hoping is at this position right here, it puts the light on over here. So we'll turn that on. So right now my parking light is on. Take my brake off and it's gone. So there it is, parking light, parking brake. And then the second one, or the first one, if you can hear that clicking, that is your brake light. So I still need to hook that up. That's right there. You can see the two, these guys right there. You can see those. So that's the two right there that will go, and I'll tie that into the brake over here, and then I'll have brake and so on, and then I have my lock right there. So then you just boop, and now your lock's off. So this system, I had to go ahead and make these parts right here, because the ergonomics of this, you really need this to stick out. So the other thing I did is I put a spacer right here. This pushes this out a little bit more. It actually wants to sit there. When you tighten this up, it sits away from that, and you got to squeeze it in to get it in there. So I just went ahead and put this on right here, so that we'd have that spacer, which gives me a little bit more room here. I did have to cut the top of this off for this to clear. So these are the original parts from the brake that was on here. And this comes from a scooter. So you can get this, I got this on eBay for like 49 bucks, or just under $50. I got this assembly on eBay. It did come with a lever, but the lever that was on mine that I bought was bent, and I used it as a mock-up to get it working, and then I bought a new one. So you got 50 bucks, you got whatever for this. I can't remember what it was, but I also bought a whole kit to redo the insides of this. And then here's for your banjo bolt, and then I have a cable that will run down. It'll replace this one. It'll run down over and connect. So right now we're just doing the dry fit, and everything seems to be fine. I really like this feature, because that's really what you need. And then you just boom, and you're off. And this has a little pin. I don't know if you can see that little pin right there that keeps this from completely rotating. And it's not in the way over here, because you're not going to be braking that much. That's the most you're going to be putting on it for a e-brake. I'm guessing it's going to be on the first one right there. So there's the dry fit, and we're going to go ahead and assemble the rest of this and get it set up. We'll be replacing this. I got my parts, so we'll be replacing this. This is where the new unit will attach right here. This all stays. This gets deattached, and then the new cable runs up, and everything else stays the same. And then we still have our brake here, which honestly, I don't know if I'm going to keep that or not. It's in the way of my foot while I'm standing up, and once I have that brake, I'll try it out, and if I'm totally comfortable with that, there's no need, or I leave it as a redundant, or I just bring it as a backup. But yeah, you can get this system. So you can find these in Europe. They cost you about $3.50 with shipping, and it comes with this. It comes with the lever. It does come with an adjustable lever like this, but that's not going to work on this because you need to be able to keep this in the same position. So if I move this back or adjust it, this isn't going to work. And this has to be, you know, separate from this. So really, the adjustable one doesn't really work for this application. If you're going to put the parking brake on right here. So these are just the I just drilled a hole into this and tapped it, and then I just made this out of just 1/8 inch aluminum. Again, this is the prototype, so I'm not sure whether I'm going to redo it out of 1/8 inch, but it's more than strong enough for what it's doing. I haven't. We'll see if we can get a look. So you can see the underworkings. Now with this right here, I had to trim these little posts. You can see how close I am to this. The stock one will sit down about, I had to, a good 1/4 inch I had to take off that. So now it just sits until it butts onto here. Everything else works. This clears, and I might pin this into this body right here, but right now it's just tightened down. I'll tighten it down nice and snug. Right now everything's just in the, you know, process of getting it fitted. I'll probably change out some of these bolts right here just to get the right ones, right size. But there you go. I mean, that's about as good as it gets as far as a parking brake and having a the hydraulic, you know, because right now, I mean, this is perfect. This is right where it needs to be. You know, I can't really move this around because, as you can see, it's hitting this. Now they do sell other ones of these that are further down over here, and that is an option if you wanted to, you know, then you would be able to rotate this, but for now this is working just fine. I'm not concerned about the height of it. It doesn't have to be way down here, but we'll see. We'll play around with that. But you know, as you can see right now, we have the brake unit all set up. And that should work. We'll see when I get it fired up. So right now we're just working on this unit, the prototype, and getting it all set up, and then we'll go ahead and assemble it with Loctite and everything, get it put together, lock nuts, whatever, and then we'll go ahead and hook up the banjo. So I do have a 90-degree on here, so that will just turn right out here or under here. We'll see, and it'll go down through here, and then it's got a 22-degree on that side. Over there has a 22-degree. So that's the progress on this so far. Coming together. Should have it going probably here in the next week. I'm just waiting on one more part, which will be the little teardrop converter right there. The converter that goes over here. And then we're good to go. Later.